Welcome to Cat Chat alongside Sean Kelly. I'm Pete Francis, and the NMU Wildcats fell 4-3 in a dramatic double overtime game against St. Cloud State in the opening round of the NCAA tournament. Unfortunately, we aren't able to bring you the highlights, but we were at the post-game press conference, so let's go right to the video.
Well, I thought it was a great college hockey game. I thought there was great goaltending at both ends. I thought that we came out, I thought we were very nervous early and did not get in a rhythm at all. You know, we turned pucks over. We just were not making smart plays. And I thought somewhere in the second, Ray Canisto's line really found a way to kind of change and get the momentum going in our favor tonight. And I thought that they did an exceptional job, and I thought that the guys responded. I thought we have been all year a really resilient team. And haven't been afraid to play from behind. We understand, these guys. We had really good leadership in this team this year, and the guys understood that keep the score close, keep it tight, and you get your opportunities. And we were able to. Eric was able to score that goal late to tie it. We withstood some flurries. Stewart was good. Both teams had breakaways in overtime, and unfortunately we took a couple penalties, absolutely legit penalties, and didn't do a good job killing them. The difference tonight was certainly their power play beat our power play.
All right, at this time we'll open things up for questions for the student athletes. Again, just raise your hand and we'll get the microphone to you. Over here on my left.
Eric, Jess Myers from InsideCollegeHockey.com. Did you see any net at all on that shot?
There's a lot of traffic, but Justin was in front setting a good screen, and I just kind of tried to get it by the first couple guys.
Here in front.
Kevin Allen Spock with the St. Cloud Times. I'll start with Justin, but Eric, you could comment too, if you will. Talk a little bit about the penalties tonight. Was that a function of maybe being a little nervous or trying to do a little too much, or what kind of led to some of that happening tonight?
Well, we've always, this season we've had penalty trouble, it seems like a lot, but, it just hurt us tonight especially because their power play was really good, and, just penalty kill wasn't there tonight, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know, the refs kind of let it go towards the end, which was good, but we ended up taking those two in overtime that kind of shifted the momentum a little bit maybe.
Over here.
All right, Jake Laxon from the St. Cloud Times. For Eric and Justin, talk about what you guys thought of Mike Lee tonight. He obviously came up with some big saves. What are your guys' thoughts on him?
Well, he was phenomenal. Both goalies were, we had so many chances. Like, he was just standing on his head, and, he kind of feels like he kind of stole the game from us a few times, but, yeah, all the credit to him.
Yeah, exactly. He was really good with his rebounds and everything. It was a goalie battle tonight, I felt like, and, we had a couple breakaways there, and he just did a great job tonight.
Any other questions for the student athletes? Over here.
Todd Molesky with US College Hockey Online. Eric, I wonder if you could talk about trying to contain their big scores and their top two lines, how difficult it is when they have the kind of speed and flow they can get when they're going. And it seems like they had that a couple times tonight on a few shifts where they were just connecting.
Yeah, they got four lines of tremendously talented forwards, and it was all we could handle sometimes with them coming at us, and we tried to know who we were out in the ice against. They got top guys like Lash and Rowe who are, the toughest guys to contain maybe that we've seen, and yeah, it was a tough battle. But
In the back on my left.
Bill Harris, Marquette Mining Journal. Walt, I was just wondering, it's been 11 years since Northern's made the NCAAs. Looking to the future, what kind of momentum does making this tournament give the team and the younger guys on the team?
Well, we're certainly really proud to represent the Upper Peninsula and Northern Michigan University here at the, in the NCAAs. And I think that, if you look at our roster, and if, we're fortunate enough to get everyone back, we're a real heavy class, junior-wise. The sophomores that are in the lineup are, Chernich and Gron and Flo, and they're all major impact guys. So we have a very, very good hockey team coming back in a year, and we're very excited about it. time will tell what happens, because certainly we have some guys that are going to receive some interest. We know that, but just to get back here, anytime you get this far, it's all good team. You saw it tonight. I mean, could have gone either way. They were the better team tonight. Got the job done.
Okay, let's try to keep questions just for the student athletes at this point, unless we have no further. Anybody else? All right, guys, thank you. You can be excused. We'll open things up. Oh, do you have one here? No. No, okay. Okay. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thanks.
Right here.
Well, Jess Myers again. You talked about being back in the NCAA tournament. Any memories or any kind of strange feeling being back in St. Paul as well? I mean, site of the Wildcats' greatest glory and some great WCHA tournament games back when you were an assistant as well.
Not really. I mean, you get to see a lot of familiar, faces that, I see John Gilbert out there and a lot of guys that covered us. And, I played junior hockey in the Midwest League, which used to be the U.S. I spent a lot of time in here. I got a lot of friends and teammates. So that's always good. But, again, it doesn't matter where you're playing. It doesn't matter. It's 200-foot sheet ice, and that's where it has to happen.
Anything else for Coach?
Seemed like your team's ability to limit the cross-ice passes by St. Cloud in the offensive zone really had them frustrated at a certain point. Is that something that's been a hallmark of your team this season?
Well, they do a ton. Like, if you watch Lash, he's a great example. I mean, they do a ton of backdoor stuff. There's a lot of stuff that, we picked up watching some tape, and, they do a lot of that, and we were able to stop a lot of that. And, I thought we just, some of the, someone said something about the penalties. I mean, one thing that's really, we don't do at North, we don't talk a lot about injuries as the thing goes, but we had some defensemen tonight that have been, we didn't know if TJ Miller was going to play tonight. He had to get shot up to play. Eric Gustafson's been playing the last week with a high ankle sprain. And then Kyle Fulmer gets back spasms. That's 3 of our top 4. I had to actually move Fulmer to forward tonight because he couldn't pivot. So I give those guys a ton of credit, and they did a lot of good work limiting some chances. Having said that, St. Cloud's best players got a ton of chances, and when you get in games like this, you got to look at the score sheet and you got to see the names of your best players. That's what has to happen if you're going to win, and certainly St. Cloud did. In my opinion.
Over here on my left.
Connected a little bit to that. You mentioned their power play being a little bit of a difference. What makes Lash and Rowe so difficult to contain on their power play?
Well, it's not just Lash and Rowe. I mean, Lash is as good a pure goal scorer as I've seen it. He really has the ability to just kind of hang around. He really gets it. I mean, he hangs around the net. He's at the net all the time. And for a little guy, I think he has, I watched a lot of film on him this week. He's got tremendous courage. I watch him get just railed, and he gets up and he continues to play, and he just sniffs around the net. And, that's a real art, and he has that. Rowe reminds me of like a Jonathan Taves kind of player. I mean, he certainly is the straw that, in my opinion, stirs the drink, and he goes and he competes, and I thought those 2 guys were major factors for them tonight.
Jess?
Walt, about 2 years ago, you and I talked about your kind of dislike for the shootout. Is tonight an example of just keep playing?
Absolutely. I mean, there were some exciting moments in overtime, I would say. I would say that people really liked it, and I think they like it a lot better than the shootout. That shootout gets old quick, guys. I'm telling you, it gets old quick. And when's the last time you got on your feet for a penalty shot? I mean, it's not. That's my opinion of it. But again, that's what it is. So.
Time for a couple more for Coach. Anybody? All right.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you, Coach. Congratulations.